This is David. Welcome back to the channel, Stock Talk David. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. Help the channel grow. And that's it. That's what it's all about, helping the channel grow. So hold on, give me 1 second here. All right. But yeah, we got one rule here. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. This information is for entertainment purposes, educational purposes only. Do your own research. So that's one of the main rules you should have when you're investing. So, but yeah, it's been a minute since we did a video. A lot of things going on in the market. Some good, some bad. We're about to come to the end of the third quarter. So you're going to have some earnings starting to pop off in the next couple of weeks with some of these major companies. So, October is going to be a busy month. We know that September, October traditionally is the downtime in the market. And, we're starting to see that, right? We're seeing that in the market with how the performance has been going. With the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ that we'll take a look at in a few seconds. So kind of have to adjust accordingly, So we're going to talk about a little bit of, want to look at some Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla, just to see what those stocks are doing now and what they've done over the last month. Then we'll hop into the Robinhood portfolio. And remember, we was on a roll to 5K, but we hit some roadblocks with some option plays. So we kind of have to hit the reset button, and we have to regroup. But that's what investing is all about. That's what happens with investing. But when you're in it for the long term, it all pays off in the end. So we'll take a look at that. But let's jump right into the market, see what we got going on. Bear with me 1 second. Let's see where we at. So the Dow today actually up 116 points, had a little bounce back, 0.35%. Over the last 5 days, though, you see the Dow is actually down over 1%, down 402 points over the last month. As you see, the Dow's down 3% over the last month, down 1,100 points. You see the trajectory here over the last month. A year to date, the Dow is still up 1% year to date, 529 points. So even with the last month or two being down, you see that the Dow is still holding strong, still in the positive for the year. So we're coming to the end of third quarter, September 30th. So we'll see what October, November, December, this fourth quarter has in store. Looking for the markets to rebound, but we'll see. Let's go over to the S&P. Today, S&P is up 25 points. See, just right under 4,300. Last week, you see the S&P is down basically 1%, down 41 points. So still even, not terrible, but even with a rough week we had over the last month, though, you see what's going on. The S&P is down 4%, 197 points. And you see how it's looking here. We got up well over 4,500, but you see the slow roll down right now. And hopefully we hit a little support maybe, and we'll see if there's going to be a bounce back. And year to date, the S&P is still holding strong, up 12%. So just think about it, right? So if you're investing money into the S&P, for so year to date, right, since January 1st, you're up 12%. So as you have to ask yourself, right, is your savings, are you making 12% return on your savings? Probably not. So this is why, if nothing else, when you're investing, you should be investing at least into the S&P 500 at the very least, right? So that's not, that's not complicating things, right? When you're talking about the SPY, we're talking about VOO, those funds follow the S&P 500. So at the very least, if you wanted to, start a portfolio instead of, figuring out or trying to keep up with stocks, or you don't watch the market day by day, at least you could do is invest into the S&P 500. If you're an investing, a beginner investor. So, but yeah, so we'll see the Nas. Let's look at the Nasdaq now. For the day, up 108 points. You see, 0.83%. Over the last week, though, or the last 5 days, down 95 points, and over the last month, taking a little beating. Not gonna lie, down 5%. See the trajectory here. We did cross over 14K at one point, but we've been on a slow roll down this past month. It's been a down month in September. Year to date for the Nasdaq, down. I'm sorry, year to date up 27%. Right, so still up 27% year to date, 2,800 points in the net for the Nasdaq. So still pushing forward with the Nasdaq. So we'll see how things go for the the rest of the year with the the indexes, with the Dow, the S&P, the Nasdaq. It's been a rough month of September, which historically that's how it goes. But hopefully over the fourth quarter, you'll see those indexes start to rebound, and hopefully we can push towards some new highs before the end of the year. But we'll see how that goes. So govern your portfolios accordingly. So if you're a beginner investor, you just started investing and you're down right now, don't hold your head. That happens in the market, right? So when you talk about investing, you got to be prepared for the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs. So that's going to happen. It's going to happen. So it's been a rough month, September, but we'll see how things go for the fourth quarter. So let's take a look at a few of the main positions, right? Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla. This takes up a lot of my portfolio. So we'll see how. Let's take a look at how they performed over the last month or so. So let's take a look here. And let's go back. And let's just take a look at Apple. And you see Apple is currently trading right now at $170. And I'm not going to lie, I've picked up some Apple this week. I actually picked up 2 shares. Because I'm trying to get to 100 shares in my portfolio. So I'm up to, I think, 88 shares now. So 88 shares of Apple. I have 12 more shares to get to 100. And 100 is a big mark for me because then I'll be able to sell cover calls and generate more income. So with Apple, it's had a pullback over the last, I'll say 2-3 months. And it's in some, a price range where you may want to think about adding some Apple, right? So today it's up 0.26, which, you might as well say flat, right? Over the last week, you see Apple's down 2%. And over the last month, you see Apple's down 7%, down 13 points over the last month, right? So it's been some trying times for Apple, yeah. But like I say, it's you have them times where the market's going to pull back. Am I worried about Apple as a stock? Not at all, not at all. So year to date, you see Apple still up 36%, 45 points year to date from where it started, back in January to where it's at now at 170. So, man, I always say if you have an iPhone or Apple products and don't own Apple stock at this price right now, I don't know what to tell you. So, like I said, I have 88 shares. I have some more in my son's account, and I'm just looking to continuously build that up. Looking to get over 100 shares, hopefully soon, before the end of the year, possibly, if not early next year. And then, like I said, we'll start doing cover calls on Apple and generate more income, right? So Apple to me is still the number one company in the world. Just my opinion. So, give me 1 second here. Got a text. But yeah, Apple's still the number one company in the world. Not going anywhere anytime soon. So keep that in mind. I'm definitely trying to add more if I can. So let's go over to. Oh man, I'm hitting the wrong button here. Sorry, I had a text come in from my son, so I had to take that. Amazon. Amazon was kind of flat today. 125.98. I think that's man, it's a real good price for Amazon right now. Over the last week, you see that Amazon's down almost 4%. Over the last month, down 6%, 9 points. A year to date, you see Amazon once again up 46%. And we looked at the NASDAQ earlier, right? So, these companies kind of drive the NASDAQ, Amazon, Apple, Google, things like that. So you kind of see how it kind of correlates. But Amazon is up 46%, 40 points year to date. Ask yourself, do you shop? How much money do you spend on Amazon, right? Just shopping online at Amazon. Do you own Amazon stock? Hey, gotta ask yourself, right? Smart money. If you think about some of these top companies, Apple, Amazon, Google, that you use all the time, products that you use all the time, why don't you own stock in these companies? It's not hard to figure out. So I do have over 100 shares of Amazon, right? So I've had Amazon for quite a long time. They've had some stock splits, which helped me get over 100 shares. So I do have over 100 shares of Amazon. I do create income from covered calls with Amazon, right? So selling covered calls, Amazon and Google, actually, that's how I'm able to now buy more shares of Apple without really just using my own money. So Amazon, I think, is a great company. I think these are amazing prices right now to get into Amazon at 125. I don't expect it to stay at these prices for long. I think by the end of the year, fourth quarter, man, no telling where it's going to be at, and definitely by this time next year. So now let's look at Google. And Google has two two symbols, right? GOOGL, GOOG. I actually own GOOG, so I'm gonna look at this one. And for the day, up 1%. For the week, up basically 1%. The past month, down 1%. And you see year to date, up 48%. So here's the thing about Google, right? Even with the pullbacks in the market the last month or so, Google's holding strong. And I think that's a good sign. I think that attests to how strong of a company that Google is, or Alphabet, whatever you want to call it. So once again, I think these are some good prices for Alphabet right now. And once again, I do own over 100 shares. I generate income from selling cover calls from Google. And right now I'm using the income from Google and Amazon to buy more Apple, buy more Tesla, buy more VOO, which I talked about earlier. Because I have all these positions in the same account, right? So that's the beauty of having 100 shares of a company like Google or Amazon. You can generate more income by selling cover calls, which I just learned that this year, and I'm glad I did, because I'm able to learn the ins and outs of it and see how beneficial it is. So once again, Google, I'm 133. I think it's a good price. I think it's going to go up even more. We're going to keep our eye on it in the fourth quarter. Let's go to Tesla now. Tesla, we're sitting at 241 from Tesla. Up today, basically flat, but overall up. What the last week, Tesla's down 6%. Over the last month, Tesla's down almost 6%. year to date. Tesla. Oh, do I even want? Come on, man. I'm kicking myself right now for not owning more Tesla stock. Man, Tesla's up 123% year to date. That's 133 points. Like, come on. Come on. Tesla's one of those top companies that, it moves around a lot. It can go down big one day, go up big one day. But man, you should have Tesla in your portfolio for the long term. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, but numbers don't lie, right? Up 123% year to date, 133 points. I think Tesla's still at a great price right now. No telling how far Tesla's going to go up over the next year or so. Man. Anyway, I need more Tesla stock. That's what I'm saying in the long run. So, but yeah, that's a quick look at some of these positions here. Let's see here. I'm waiting on my son to get here. Well, you'll probably hear a knock at the door. I don't know. Hopefully we will be done. But let me stop sharing here. But yeah, that's just a quick look, man, at some of the major players, right? Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla, some of the major players and how they've been performing even over the last month when we had some pullback in the market, when we know that August, September are traditionally down times in the market. So some are outperforming others, but overall, those are 4 positions long term. I think you might want to have, right? Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla. I think you might want to have those in your portfolio if you're investing for the long term. So, all right, I'm gonna run through this briefly, right? So, if you've been following me, you know I have a Robinhood account that I am kind of starting from scratch, building up. We were trying to get the 3K, we hit 3K. Trying to get the 4K, we hit 4K. Then we're trying to get the 5K. Pump the brakes, right? Pump the brakes on some of these option plays. The market, letting me know that, hey, you need to calm down on some of these call options, right? Take a step back, cut down on some of your trades, and kind of see what's going on. And that's what happened, right? So I was running on my Robinhood account, and then boom, I hit the brakes. I hit the brakes, and it kind of set me back in motion, and I have to go and kind of readjust my strategy, and that's what I'm doing. So kind of readjust my strategy, and make some adjustments. But I think we've done that, and let's take a look and see where we at right now. Boom. So let's take a look at the Robinhood portfolio here. As you see, we're at a total value of 3686. Like I said, we hit some rough patches because we've gotten as high as about 4,500, I think, in this account. But we got some pullbacks. Some plays didn't go our way. Some options that we thought were going to go up went down, and I think that's one of the important things of setting stop losses. Don't be in love with a play that's not going in your favor. And I think that's part of what my position, one of the things that I have to learn, is better just risk management. So that comes along with, trading and stuff like that. So, but let's see, over the last week, you see, we're starting to rebound a little bit, up 1% over the last week, but over the last month, you'll see that we took a hit, right? We're down 308%. And, it's a learning curve. It's a learning process. Over the last 3 months, down 4%, 162. Year to date, still looking good, up 36% year to date. So, it's just part of the process. It's not going to be all peaches and cream. Look at the chart here where we started. We get some ups, we get some downs. We get some ups again, we get some downs, we get some ups again, then we get some downs. So that's part of the process. So, and I love it, right? I love it, learning something new with investing, learning the process, taking my lumps, but we're not going to give up, right? So, so what I've done now, I was like, you know what? We've pulled back this month. Let me go back to what I was doing because the day trades kind of hit me. If you're not following, if you're not right up on the day trades, they can get you, right? So, me with my background being investing for the long term, let me find some companies that I think is going to be that I don't have to watch every day, but that I believe in for the long term. And I just talked about most of these companies, right? So you see the option plays: Amazon, um, Google, Apple, right? Three of my favorite companies. I also added some ET, and we're gonna um, hold these for the long term, right? Well, you see the expiration on this one is October 13th. We have December 15th on these Amazon plays. ET is going to be January 2024. Google, I really like this Google play. March of 2024, 160. Apple, we're going all the way out to September 2024. So that's what we want to do. That's going to be our strategy right now. Buy some long-term call options, and let's ride from there. Let's ride from there. We're just gonna hold our hand and we're gonna see how it's gonna play out. All right. So I really like this Google play that I got into. I just want this is the only one I'm gonna look detailed in right now. But I really like this Google play. And you see right now we already up 23%. We was up 26%. I'm sorry, 9% today, up 23% overall. And I just bought it yesterday. So I like the Google play. I just told you how Google was holding strong over, the past month, um, even with the markets pulling back. So, I really like that play. I think it's going to be a good one for me long term. And then, I'll wait till another video to go through each one. But you see right now, you see where we at this year. We're still looking strong this year. For the day, we've had a good day, up 2% so far. And just looking at some of the positions, we have some Ethereum, Bitcoin, Doge still. And sometimes I pull from these if it's a option play that I want to get in right now, I'll pull from these, dollar amount because, I have all these on reoccurring investment. And you see right now, we're almost at 50 shares of ET right now. These are my long-term hold. VTI, QQM, Main. I think I pulled some QQM, but we're going to build that back up because we have those on reoccurring investments, so I'm not worried about that. And you see what's my next play tomorrow. We got $15 going into ET, so that might put us close to the 50 share, almost be 49 and some change. And you see some of the upcoming investments we got going on. Not a lot, $5 every other week in some of these, and it's going to build up over time. So pick good companies, continue to invest in them. Make it your business to keep investing, and you'll see these portfolios grow over time. So that's what we're looking for this portfolio to do. I'm extremely confident that it will do that. I'm not worried about it right now. I like these long-term plays here. So I think as the market rebounds from, the month of September, I like the shape that this portfolio is in. So I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I'll keep you guys in tune, and we're gonna keep growing and keep building over time. And I'm looking to get back over that 4,000, maybe even push to 5,000 before the end of the year. We'll see how this fourth quarter goes. And if these plays hold strong like I think they will, I think we'll see 5K pretty soon in the next couple months. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna hold you guys. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. What's up, Lisa? Appreciate you checking in. But that's where we at. Tomorrow we got weeks 39 of our VOO SCHD investing challenge. So I'm gonna be doing week 38 and 39 tomorrow. So I come back and give you guys an update on that to show you where we stand. Investing into SCHD and VOO. So we've been doing our 52-week challenge. Whatever week it's in, that's the amount that we're investing. So, I either do it weekly or bi-weekly. So tomorrow is going to be week 38 and 39. So I'll come back tomorrow, give you guys an update on that. But yeah, we're looking looking pretty solid this year with our investing challenge, with our accounts. We have a nice recovery so far from 2022, and we're looking to finish fourth quarter strong, despite the little pullbacks we had this past month. So that's about it. Remember, if you want to make a donation to the channel, information is below, scrolling across the screen. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. And that's it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, man. Do your own research. You'll appreciate it in the long run. But that's it, guys. I will talk to you guys later.